and happy Thursday. So I wanted to pop on. It is Mother Earth's Day, and I wanted to talk about how we could help the earth. Simply, right? I have been making my own little mind maps to kind of put my thoughts together before I pop on here and do it. So I drew it out and then I said to myself, let me just show them what I'm doing. So, not that way, this way. So basically, I broke it down. How can we help the earth? And there are ways to do it so simple, and we're doing it. And we should be aware of it and do it more. First, of course, I feel like since I was a kid, recycle, reuse, purpose, there's so many ways to use the same glass jar. Very recently, I started using my large jars, putting salad and beans at the bottom, dressing, and greens on the top. You take that big jar, flip it over, and you got yourself a salad. There's so many uses and reuses for things that we just typically don't think of that we should. Second, help, which is crazy. This morning I woke up to a friend. He's a chiropractor, and he sent me something where he's giving to his patients and to his friends seedlings of trees. And basically people are planting them. And I thought, wow, that's an amazing idea. That's how we can help, right? How else can we help? By cleaning the environment. I'm sure you can go to the beach and you see crap everywhere, or down the street. There's a lot of people and a lot of ways to just be part of the solution. Water waste. I use and reuse water bottles as much as I can, and I also have a water filter on the counter. It's attached to the sink. It comes, you every few months you change the filter of it, and instead of using a Brita or thousands and thousands of water bottles, I tap off of my sink and try to use the cleanest water that way. So I fill up my seltzer water bottles right from my sink, and again, that reduces on the seltzer water cans and bottles that I use. And then I use my seltzer water machine, which is actually very cool, because the whole idea of this is inside there's a CO2 cartridge that's about the length of this right here, and you take it, you return it to Bed Bath & Beyond, you get a discount for it, and you get a new one. And so I feel that this is how I do my part on water wasting. That way, all that half-drank water bottles that many times we see, or just the piles and piles of water bottles that you see everywhere, right? In the water, in the ocean. Shopping wisely. When I started to eat clean, I knew that shopping wisely, it was like voting with my wallet. Do I want to buy this crap for my food, for my family to eat, or do I want to use the money that I have and buy something healthier for them? So it started to really, I started voting for companies. I started voting for products that I agree with. And one of the more interesting ones that came my way is laundry detergent. I have for years, with the big jug, and I don't even know why. I mean, we have to use recycled bags. Oh, I wanted to show you that. But we get these tremendous jugs of blue dyed chemicals of laundry detergent. So when I saw this, I was like, wait a minute. This is an envelope, cardboard. These are the strips. You know how you use that stuff and you dump it over, and then all of a sudden you overdump it, and And then your kid does the laundry and they don't care, right? And for myself, I know that one of these is a wash. There's, let's see, 32 washes in this. So you could bring home a jug or you could bring home a sleeve, right? And it washes your clothing just as well. Okay? Again, there's lots of chemicals on the dryer sheets that we use and we think, oh, we smell so good, right? That's all chemicals and that is not good stuff on your skin. So a wool ball, I've never used it before. I have 4 of them. I think two of them my cats are playing with somewhere. But throwing these in have made such a difference. And, I don't have first of all, I don't have the amount of lint that typically you get. I don't know why. And also it's just like, the dryer sheets attached to everything. It smells like you just came from, I don't know, some crazy linen forest. So for myself, these are some ways that I have reduced. Try to make better choices with the money I have for better products. And so that brings me to plant-based. Plant-based and being vegetarian. And I think I got all of them. Yes, water bottles. When I went plant-based over a year ago, I was very intrigued with the idea. It didn't even hit me, right? I'm literally helping people make better choices on their plate. But my plate at the time had the plant-based, the grass-fed or the non-GMO or a little bit better of a meat, right? And I have this in the house. My kids are not plant-based, so, again, this is a good alternative, and it is non-GMO and all that. So, anyway. So basically, when I realized that you use less energy eating plant-based in so many ways, in your body, right? It takes 18 to 24 hours for you to digest meats, certain beefs, chicken, I think it's a little bit less. But it takes 15 minutes for any kind of veggies, and fruits and all that. So your body your energy level is very different. Now take that to carbon footprint, right? You can have an artichoke. It gets planted in the ground. It gets watered, right? And then it gets cut. It gets sent to a store. This one, I believe, came in my Misfit market. And then you cook it, eat it, right? This, right? We all have to raise the cow, right? It has to have a place to eat. You got a whole load of everything, right? And on top of that, thankfully, this is no extra hormones, no extra antibiotics. But if you're not looking for that, they are pumping these animals with everything and all the other stuff. Okay, now they have to get slaughtered. Then they need to be, put into a box often, right? Or into some type of packaging. Now, all that, the water to raise the animal, the feed to give, all of it, right? The carbon footprint. So when you read that plant-based, you reduce carbon footprint from 60 to 80%. It's huge. I mean, imagine if everybody went more plant-based, just in general, the environment, right? So to me, these are the ways that I highly suggest, or, start thinking about it, start saving a little bit more money and water by investing in a seltzer water machine. I mean, I think they're like $100, if that now, maybe. I think I bought this $100, and that was a bunch of years ago, and it was like at the top shelf in a gourmet restaurant, gourmet store that I had a gift certificate for, and I was like, well, what am I gonna buy here? And so, this thing came home, and it changed my world, because I wasn't drinking soda anymore. I was drinking seltzer water, and I wasn't throwing out bottles and bottles and cans of seltzer water that somebody else produced. I can know that my water is cleaner and make my own seltzer water at any time. And one more thing. This is another thing that I used. For myself, when I learned that the FDA allows a certain percentage of bugs and branches and leaves and crap in your coffee, that means Starbucks. That means everywhere, 7-Elevens, or when you go in a convenience store or deli, there is a percentage. It's just allowed because it's natural and you should be able to eat that. Anyway, so I buy organic beans off of Amazon. It's like it's a big bag. I don't remember if it's 5 or 10 or whatever. I'll link it. And I grind it, and I use these. And I have 12. I bought 12 of these very recently. I was down to like 2 or 3. Super easy. You just scoop it, close it, put it in, and then, if you wanted to empty it right away, or you're a little lazy about it, whatever, you got a bunch more. And then the plastic, packaging never makes it into the landfills and into the waters and everywhere. So these are some ideas for you, and I figured it was a perfect day to kind of talk about ways to simply stay healthier, have more money in your pocket, and also help the environment. Have a great day. Bye.